In case you're wondering what I did with the paper, I made it a boat. Hello there YouTube and welcome to my Friday the 13th special part 7. So, I thought, it's Friday the 13th, so why not get into the spirit? So, I thought, to mark its 30th anniversary, I'll review Friday the 13th part 7, The New Blood, and to mark its 25th anniversary, I'm also going to review Jason Gose To Hell, The Final Friday. So let's start it off with a review on Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. Directed by John Cole Butcher or something. Starring Law Park, Lincoln, Kevin Blair, Susan Blue, and Kane Hodder as Jason. So this is the 7th installment in the Friday series. So we've had the Tommy Jarvis trilogy at this point, and Jason is still chained to the bottom of the lake by the rock that Tommy put strapped to him, well, chained onto him, and of course the chunk of his mask still missing on that propeller. Okay, so Jason's been there for a while because he's rotted and decayed a bit and looks like a skeleton. And then there's our main protagonist in this film. I can't remember her name now, but she has telekinesis. Basically, this film is basically it's like Jason versus Carrie in this film. She's getting taken to this therapist, after she killed her father in a rage fit or something, and she accidentally awakens Jason and he's back on the rampage killing, and of course she has to try and find a way to stop him. So let's get on to my likes and dislikes on this one. First of all, my likes. Well, I like that the franchise was still going at this point. I mean, how they managed to keep the ideas fresh, I don't know. Also, I like the look of Jason in this, with his jaw showing, his decaying and that. Basically, he's a walking corpse. He's all zombified. Also, it's played by Kane Hodder, who is probably the best Jason ever. I mean, it's a shame he didn't get better stories to work with in the Friday series, because it was really starting to take its downturn at that point in the series. But still, I think Kane Hodder, for me, saved it and made it watchable for me. I also like the creative kills in this. I mean, there's one kill which involves a party horn rammed into a person's eye, and of course the iconic sleeping bag kill, where he rags a girl in a sleeping bag and kills her by smacking her on the tree. Also, I liked our protagonist, how she fought Jason, how she stood up to him. But of course, there's no killing Jason though. Even though you do kill him, he'll always come back. So I weren't worried about him losing, because he's going to come back badass. And now to the dislikes. I didn't like the other antagonist in this, the psychiatrist. I can't remember his name, but again, he's I find it hard to remember secondary characters' names. Yeah, I only remember the series regulars like Jason and Pamela and Tommy Jarvis and that. Even though Tommy Jarvis were only in 3 films. I didn't like his character, but I don't think you were meant to. And then it's quite satisfying when you see Jason kill him. Also, Jason does that kill where he just rams an axe into a girl's face and throws her, and that. I just like that kill. I like that bit. In this, Jason is badass, but the story isn't, you know. But yeah, that's another dislike there, the whole plot summary, I guess. But still, it's yeah, it's not the worst one, but it is where the series where you're thinking, okay, maybe they need to stop doing these now, because it did start to, you know, crumble a bit. Part 6 I enjoyed the hell out of. Part 7, yeah, started to go down a bit. But obviously, I think it was a matter of money. They made, you know, the 8th installment, Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, because it managed to spawn another sequel. And of course, that is when Paramount, after Part 8, sold the rights to Jason to New Line, which we will get to shortly in Jason Goes To Hell, the Final Friday review. So yeah, final thoughts and ratings. I didn't really think much of the story, but I still like Kane Hodder's performance in this as Jason. I still like the franchise and that. So let's see, with all that being said, I think I'll have to give Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, probably give it, I'll give this 3 yeah, if it was on my horror channel, 3 machetes out of 5, but it's not, so I'll just give it a 3 out of 5. There we go. So let's get on to the next one, and that is Friday the 13th, yeah, Jason Goes To Hell, the Final Friday. Okay, and because it's 25, I've got to review Jason Goes To Hell, the Final Friday. So, this was directed by Adam Marcus, yeah, and it starred John D. LeMay, Ari Keegan, Erin Gray, Alison Smith, Stephen Culp, and Stephen Williams, and Kane Hodder as Jason. So, this is the 9th installment of the Friday the 13th series. Of course, if you know the series as well as I do, by Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, Paramount was ashamed of Jason. I don't know why. He made him a lot of money. Yet, they sold the rights to New Line Cinema, and they made a 9th installment. And yeah, like I said, from Part 7 it started to go down from there, downhill. And then New Line bought it and made a 9th film, and yeah, they pretty much just run it to the ground. You know, and of course Jason is back and is still played by Kane Hodder, but in this one, well, we hardly see Jason in this one. You know, he's in it, but he's not physically in it throughout. In fact, Jason Voorhees is only in literally 2 sequences. The opening scene where they destroy him and blow him up, and the the finale when they send him to hell. So, Jason Goes To Hell, the Final Friday, like I said, he comes back again. This time agents and that FBI agents or whatever blow him up, and of course he finds a way to survive and possesses a coroner who eats his heart. Somehow feels oddly tempted to eat his heart and then jump from body to body all throughout the film. You know, basically, you know, we see him in the reflection, it's Jason, but yeah, he's jumping from post to post in this film. So, I'm just gonna, I only have like a few likes about this film. So, I like the opening scene and the finale, and also I liked that Kane Hodder also made a cameo without his mask on. Yeah, that's right, Kane Hodder did appear in Jason Goes To Hell, the Final Friday as a security guard. The scene when Jason starts taking possession of people, he's that security guard that's outside the morgue. That's Kane Hodder. Yeah, I like the opening scene because we got to see Jason, somehow an unexplained resurrection from Part 8. But of course, you know, it's still considered the ninth instalment, but it's also known as Friday the 13th Part 9. I also like the ending. Now, the ending of the film, when I first saw it, I thought, Jason's mask descends from the soil from where he's been dragged to hell, and basically I thought he was going to jump out from the dirt and live again, but I was so wrong. No, instead we got a treat. We got the glove, the arm of Freddy Charles Krueger, and he took the mask and dragged it down to hell to give to Jason. And of course, that set the events for Freddy versus Jason. And yeah, again, not brilliant, but I reviewed that in a Friday the 13th special. I might re-review it again for Part 8 in July, if you're interested in that. Anyway, yeah, Jason, that set the events in motion. Freddy was owned pretty much by New Line back then. In fact, still is. So, yes, Freddy, and that, which was actually Kane Hodder's arm as well. I didn't like the little goblin forms Jason took, like little demonic forms and that. I also did not like how he had an unexplained, a half sister. I'm assuming it was his father's daughter because Jason's mother, Pamela, Jason was her early child. In fact, I don't know. The bit about Pamela to me don't make sense. Another thing I liked about this was the Easter egg we see in it. That's right, we see the Necronomicon Ex Mortis from the Evil Dead franchise make a cameo in the Voorhees house, which brought a theory to mind that some people have. What if Mrs. Voorhees used the Book of the Dead to bring Jason back, and that's how he's alive? But yeah, that'll be something I'll discuss one day. But yeah, the rest of the film I'm not a huge fan of, because we don't physically see Jason, and Kane Hodder had very limited screen time. So yeah, it's not the best one, and when I thought they couldn't get worse, they do with Jason X. But that's another review for another time. So final thoughts and ratings. I wasn't a huge fan of this one. The New Line didn't really make any improvements to it and stuff. So yeah, basically that's the case of this film. The poster was misleading because we never saw that Silverlight hockey mask in the film and stuff. So yeah, with all that being said, I think I'm going to give Jason Gose To Hell the final Friday because it's the worst one in my opinion in the series. At least Jason X has Jason in it. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Jason Gose To Hell the final Friday. I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5. So that has been my Friday the 13th special, Part 7, sorry, the new goods, something, or whatever. Either way, I hope you've liked this video. If so, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Be sure to hit that notification bell. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Random TV. Hit that notification bell. All my social media links, Facebook group, Merchant Movies, Twitter, Instagram, all linked down below. Also, join me later today where I will be hosting a live event on my horror channel, Random Horror. Friday the 13th live hangout, which will be on my horror channel around 8 PM GMT time. Anyway, till next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends, goodbye.